left. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, Prescott again, being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 32 on the play. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Here's Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll throw it with Stroud here. 1st and 10. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Stroud off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Stroud sets up the play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And oh, what a catch! And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Stroud now on 2nd down. Touchdown, Texans. Andrew Beck, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Play action. Stroud now. He'll buy some time right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready. Check 2. Black. 95.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready up.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is...
He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Steven Nelson. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On first down, here's Stroud. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down. That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Going for it with Pierce. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go on fourth down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
Singletary going to get the handoff. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Mechie has it on the slant. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Touchdown! Andrew Beck. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Prescott to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott now out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available and incompletion as a result.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
Here's Stroud. Got a man able to find Rodgers.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Singletary is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a give here to Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments. But kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now Stroud. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Cowboys, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Texans, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.